Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the card I'm making today. Hope you like it. So let me show you what I did. The stamps that we're going to be using is this one called Frosted Gingerbread. I'm going to be using these three images here and the sentiment Happy Holidays. So I've got a piece here of cinnamon cider cardstock. And we're going to be doing heat embossing today, so I'm going to use my powder tool over the top of this just to hopefully stop any problems. And we're going to use Versamark ink, and let's get stamping. Give it a good ink up. I think my ink pad is not the best, but press down. Yep, that's fine. And we're just going to do all the rest quickly before we put the powder on. If you work quickly, you can do this. I'm going to get the other one out as well. Sorry for the noise. Whoops. Actually, stick it on the block is useful. I first made this card, but it's actually the 10th of September when I'm filming this. When I first made this card, we had the mini heat wave at the beginning of September. I tell you, this Versamark was drying quicker than you could say Jack Robinson. It was just drying very quickly. I really struggled. It was just so warm, so everything was drying off much more quickly than it should. So there we've got our three images done. Bring in our clear embossing, our white rather embossing powder. Just cover it all. Whoops, big chunks came out. And you're going to tap off the majority of it. Just flick it off. That's okay. We're going to be cutting this out, so it doesn't matter. There's a bit in other places. So there we have that. So set that aside before we destroy it. And let's try and get this powder back in its little pot. Okay, and I can see I've got some on my grid paper as well. So let's see if we can get this back in as well. Sort of. However hard I try to contain the mess of the embossing powder, it still gets everywhere. Just seems to be the nature of the beast. Okay, so let's clean off the stamp we'll be using. This block. We're going to do our final bit of stamping while we are stamping. And before we heat set our other one, I'm going to do our sentiment. And I've got here a piece of basic white cinnamon cider ink, and I'm going to just stamp like that. Set that aside. Clean that off on my simple chamois. Now we're going to heat set our ornaments. So what I do normally is I'm going to use my heat gun and I'm going to let it warm up for about 30 seconds, and then it will be ready to actually melt all of this. So let's do that now. So there it's all heat set. Beautiful. Isn't it gorgeous? Just like magic. So we are going to cut them out using these matching gingerbread dies. I'm going to use this one, and this one to cut them out. So I'm going to do that and I'll be back. Okay, so while I was about it, I just cut down my sentiment using my trimmer quickly and matted it on some early espresso cardstock, just like that. Just did it freehand. All our little shapes here are cut out as well, so we can start to assemble. I have here a card base. This is cinnamon cider. This is a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And then a half sheet here of the peppermint, gingerbread and peppermint designer series paper. And then I have these little 1 centimeter strips of what you call it, early espresso. And I'm just going to use my Tombow. Actually, no, I've got a spare scale here. Yeah, I've got a spare one here. And I'm just going to put a little snail top and bottom, get rid of that. And I'm just going to mat it on a little bit of early espresso cardstock, just top and bottom, just trying to get it as even as possible. And these are just scraps of early espresso that I had in my scrap bin, in my scrap folders. I don't throw anything away, and so coming very useful for something like this. And then we can just cut off the extras. Like that. Okay, and then some more snail on the back, and then we're going to put this on our card base. And this is going to be a bit longer than the card base, and I did this on purpose because I wanted to run the full width, and in case my measurements weren't totally accurate, this way it will still fit. So let's just cut off the excess like that. Okay, lovely. And now our sentiment, I mean that's not a sentiment, our shapes, our little gingerbread shapes. We're going to do, we're going to pop these up with some dimensionals. You can be as generous as you want with these. And then on the back of here as well. Okay, and then take the backings off all these wretched things. I'm going to do the centre one to start off with, so hopefully it's in the centre. And then do the ones on the outside. And I love this paper and the stamp set. I mean, I love everything about this suite, this whole suite. There's paper, there's a stamp set, I think there's ribbon, there's certainly some embellishments. I just love the whole suite, it's just so cute. And one of the things I'm planning next to do is a mini album using this suite. And it's going to be a recipe album, paper bag album I think, because the paper bag album everything can you can put extra recipes in it easily as well. So get rid of those backings, and then our sentiment, I'm not going to pop this up because everything else is so popped up. And then let's see, let's tuck it underneath somewhere. Like that. So there you go. There are two little gingerbread cards. I hope you liked them. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want more information about this project, supply list, measurements, all that good stuff, it'll be on my blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. That includes the link to my Facebook group where I host a monthly online card club where we make projects like this together, so please do come and check us out. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye bye.